Thank you to EA for early access to The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. And as a quick disclaimer, this is an early build, so the software is not final. And a personal disclaimer that I recorded this video when I was feeling a little tired and congested, so the first like 5 minutes, I probably sound a little bit strange. It is a bit of a long build with me video, but if you do decide that you would like to buy The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature, it would mean a lot to me if you used my Sims creator code CrackedKyber at checkout on the EA app. It is not a discount code, but it does help to support me. Hello, welcome to a very rare build with me style video. I don't do these very often. I have done a couple of them, but with early access, I wanted to get the most out of it and I wanted to try out different styles of videos. And I knew that I wanted to do a build with me video, and I really want to build an enchanted library in the fairy forest. I have the tree lot, which I was really excited to be able to build on it. I feel so bad having to bulldoze Nina's lot. I was like, I don't want to like bulldoze any of the lots yet. Like I've started a build yesterday, so I just got early access and I made a like swamp fairy house over here. And I was like, okay, so I like don't want to like have a whole nother save right now. And I don't want to use like a very like long lot or wide lot. I don't know. But this one feels doable, especially with the build with me style, which might be a bit long. I think that a 20 by 20 lot would be really nice. And originally this has Nina Schmidt's lot on it, which is a really beautiful starter home, which I'll like have people's content linked, I think, in most of my videos. I'm guessing if I remember, but this lot is like so cool. I love all of these like ivy pieces hanging, which they look like the debug cottage living or snowy escape. And I think it's cottage living has these because I put these on my roof sometimes. I'm so excited for these mushrooms, which I'm like assuming is gonna be in live edit stuff. I haven't really taken a look because this is my first time getting like early access, and I'm like rambling. It's like 2 minutes in, and I'm already just rambling about stuff. But I've never had like early access like this before. So thank you again to EA for early access. And I know I probably did a little thing in the beginning for disclaimers, but the software of this is not final. This is the early build of it, I guess, which is why you see my name like jumping around the screen and stuff. So this things might change. I don't know. I don't know how this works, but it's not final software. And so I'm just gonna get into building. I yapped long enough, but I'm envisioning towers, castle-y vibe. I don't know if I'll do wooden castle. I kind of would like to because of like I just love the wooden swatches of everything. And I'm like, Megan, maybe you should show off some of the other swatches. But with like the lots that I did build for the pack, I feel like I used a good variety of swatches that showcases some of it. So now I think I can just go all in and use all of these swatches. So I like this wooden bridge that leads towards the lot. So I'm going to create a slope that goes there. And I kind of like this tower being like off of here. I think that's kind of nice. I don't know if I wanted a pond or something. I feel like when I think of fairies, I think of like the fairy fountains in Legend of Zelda. And I'm like, I feel like we always need a body of water in like a fairy lot. So I'll do this. And if I sound tired or a little bit different, it's because I am tired. I woke up not too long ago. I have my coffee in my cute Sims freezer bunny mug, which is my new favorite mug. And if I use any other mug, my morning doesn't feel right because I like the texture of this mug. If you can't tell I'm neurodivergent, now you can. But yeah, I really love this like lot, and I think this tree looks really nice with like the foliage off to the side. So we didn't really get any new trees or like new stuff in this section. I don't know if they're gonna move things around, but some of the new plants are in like the roof sculpture section now. So you can see a lot of the base game stuff in here too. This is all placeable on roofs now, which I did in my other like fairy swamp builds. And was sizing these up using the bracket keys, and they look so good. It makes the landscape feel like fantasy right away. I don't know what color palette I'm gonna go with because I did yellow in my swamp fairy builds, and it's like I'm leaning towards yellow again because I love the yellow swatches in this like pack so much. I love the purple too. I think maybe I'll go with the purple flowers for this one. I hope I don't sound like super stuffy. I was like really congested yesterday, and then I took some medicine and it got a little bit better. But then I went outside and I was gardening because I have a whole bunch of flowers that I was planting. I'm like doing this with one hand because I'm drinking my coffee. Hold on. I went outside yesterday to plant my flowers that I got, which like I made a little rock garden and I have a bunch of pink and purple flowers in there, which maybe I could do that sort of vibe for this. I need to put move objects on is what I'm remembering. But yeah, I really like sizing these up because it like fills in so much of the space without having to do like a lot of work for it, which is really nice. And normally, if you've seen my videos, you know that I use tool mod so much, but after like building for this pack, I've gotten a lot better at not needing tool mod for some things. And it was a challenge. I feel like I had to like teach myself how to build without tool mod, or like I guess like I'd have an instinct to want to use tool mods somewhere. I'm like, you can't do that. But building the lots, I couldn't use cheats anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to do this. But this has like been my way of hiding the terrain paint that I really don't like seeing. I'm like kind of picky with it. I don't like seeing the terrain paint in my builds, so I always want to like cover it up a little bit. Like I'm picky with the terrain paint, but I'm not picky with things floating. Maybe I am picky with things floating. I don't think I like that anymore. But I just want to cover up some of this, which now I'm wondering I could probably just smooth the terrain a little bit. Um, yeah, I've been really happy with just like everyone's comments lately, and it like makes me even happier when I see that people say that I've inspired them to use the terrain tool a little bit more because it is really intimidating, but I really think it helps to make your builds super unique and like personal to you. Like I have friends who are just like, "Oh yeah, like you could tell you like want like I don't know, just like any of my builds. Like you could tell that's your build because it has like your personal look." And I never really understand. And I was like, the only thing that I could see that maybe could make my builds recognizable to me is my use of terrain and like my every like I do the same sort of landscaping like all of the time. So I think terrain can really help. But this is like the boring part of doing this over and over again, which maybe I'll cut out, maybe not. I told myself that I wasn't going to pressure myself to like talk through every little thing, but I like it. I can't get the pressure off of myself even when I'm doing it. I decided that I'm just going to finish doing like all of that after, especially because I regretted doing that in my swamp build I made yesterday. Because I was like, I can't really expand the house now because I put like everything around. I don't actually know what like size I want the like build to be, and I don't know what shape either because I know I want this tower here, and I'm just gonna have to base it around this one specific tower, which I'm assuming will be here. There's like a weird bug I think in the build that the ceiling gets removed when you're doing that, but I'm just gonna start with the tower and go from there because I'm intimidated by the shape right now. Usually I don't do shapes like that, but that could be kind of cute. I don't know. Usually I do like a little bit of that Yeah, I'm just gonna have to stick with what I know. I'm like trying to change it up way too much, and that's just not gonna happen. So we got two new roofs, which I'm gonna use both of these constantly. I know this is a very niche pack, and people probably look at the build buy and they're like, I'm gonna use this for like what, a week, and then I'm not gonna touch it again. I'm gonna use this pack in all of my builds. I'm so excited. Especially this one. Like my go-to has been the life and death roof shingles. I forgot the word for a second. But this is definitely my new one. All the unevenness. I really, really love this roof so much. And there's a really cute new chimney as well. It's like so cool. I love this pack so much. I love the build buy in it. He'll probably get sick and tired of seeing me build with it constantly. So some of the stuff is a bit like, okay, I need to put move objects back on too, because I took a step away from my computer because I had to go check on my garden. I also planted some pumpkin seeds today. I've never grown pumpkins before, but I've been very adventurous with what I've been trying to grow this summer. And so I was like, you know what? I think I could handle pumpkin seeds. I don't know, maybe. So I planted those today, and maybe I want the lavender growing on the roof. I forget that when you place things down, sometimes it like messes up. But this is I move objects on, so it's going through. But if not, they like have it so it snaps to the roof now, which is really, really cool. And I come like sometimes I forget that you couldn't place plants on the roofs because I do it all the time, but I just like use debug plants and they don't have snap points and stuff anyway on the roofs. So, okay, let's just get into the shape of it because I'm intimidated by it. And normally I start my builds planning out where I want the towers to be. And so I think I want one over here as well. Is that like the same height? Okay, now it's the same height. I maybe want this one to be like a little baby thing over here. That could be really cute. Um, I don't want it to be the same shape as all of my builds with towers because now it's starting to feel like it. I don't like I'm envisioning something that's like sticking out here and then wait, this could work. Is this gonna be a diagonal build? Is this gonna put me in like misery? It might. I think it's going to. But now it's like too late. Yeah, it's already making me miserable. Maybe if I do this. Why is okay. Please. I always just want to connect it exactly where you can't connect it. It's so frustrating. Um, how can I do this without it being messed up? Or, you know what? The nature pack theme is like outdoors and stuff. So maybe I don't even have walls connected to here and I could do something different. And I could like pretend like they're connected using fences, but I don't want it on the thing. How am I going to do this anyway? Yeah, like that. So it kind of like it's not connected, but we could pretend like it is. This tower's gonna have to move a little bit though, because it's like way too off to the side. I'm gonna have to grab it. Figure out a good spot for it. Is that like all these are lined up? Is that okay? Maybe. This is now alright. I could do something like this. It doesn't have to be like symmetrical, but I do want that to be angled a little bit. I think that's okay. Do I want this moved over one though? Because, yeah, I do. That's cute. Wait, and then I can have, this is just going to be a recreation of one of my other builds that I made. Um, I want like, the diagonal's gonna really, really prevent me from doing anything I want. But it's gonna look so good that I need to commit to the diagonal pieces. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's not do this for right now. Oh, sorry. I changed my sensitivity on my mouse for trickster purposes. Now my mouse sensitivity is pretty like it's higher and I'm not used to it when I'm building in The Sims. Okay. Wait, the diagonal's gonna bother me here too. I'm pretty sure I've done this in another build with me. I feel like I can always work around the diagonal pieces, but when I'm doing a thing like this, it feels impossible because now I'm like, I feel like I need to hurry up, but I don't think this is gonna wait. That worked. Let's try and see. Because maybe I can do another technique that I had done in one of my other builds. Which, is there a diagonal round piece that I can use? I don't even... That I don't think. I don't think there is. But if I expand this out a little bit and give this its own floor, I could just place plants up here. And maybe it'll look a little bit better. And we got really cute... Oh, wait. I don't think I've seen this before. I can't use it anyway because it's not on a tall. Well, hold on. Wait, no, I haven't seen this before. I didn't even look in here when I was doing my swamp builds. Wait a minute. Do I just... Oh, wait, that's kind of cute. Do I do the... Oh, sorry. Why am I apologizing to you for? I think I could do the medium wall height for this. And I could place plants on here. Maybe I want the new plants, perhaps. Oh wait, I forgot that like it's kind of really buggy right now. I don't know. Can I even place these here? Because they keep wanting to snap onto the roof. Maybe I can't place those ones there. I'm gonna have to grab something else for it. Um, lavender maybe. These are really cute. I was using these as well. I could get these. What colors are there? Purple. I am going for a purple theme, so that could work. You know what? I think I can... Is there a way around this? If I do that, and I grab these, and then I maybe place the roof back? You think that'll work? I'm like... I don't know. Let's try it. Okay, so there is a work around it. Oh, I don't have deletion protection in Better Build By, so I can't do all of that. But there is a workaround for it. So I'm glad that I discovered one. What else can I put here that's not gonna snap to the roof so I don't have to worry about everything? Is that okay? I don't know. I'm like not sold because of how green, like how different greens they are, but the lavender works fine. So I'm gonna put the lavender up here as well. Okay, cute. And I can put in one of the new floorings, which is this grass, which I really, really love too. Some of these items, like when I was building for the pack, I'd be like thinking of them while I was building my other builds in like my regular game. And I was like, I wish I had these items, and now I do. I'm like so happy. Especially like I've been like really wanting to build with it again, so I'm so happy to have early access to it. It like means a lot to me. Wait, this is gonna be so cute. I'm so excited for this build now. Do I use one of these? I don't know what colors I want to use. Am I going to use just the wood swatches? I think so. It looks so good with that up there. I need to grab these. But it's like, I feel like you could just build whimsical builds so much easier and quicker now, which is kind of how I felt about the Castle Estates kit, where it's like, I know a lot of, like, there were people who just, like, didn't like it, but I definitely think it makes it easier to just build that sort of style very fast. And that's how I feel about this pack, because it's like everything just easily. This is a pretty like basic shape for my builds, and it already looks like 10 times more enchanting than any of my builds combined, probably. I'm amazed by how quickly this has come together. And part of me is even just thinking about having a lot of the space outdoors, but I do need some space for bookcases inside. Like, but I'm really also thinking about having shelves outside too, if that would even work. You would rain. Well, didn't they say it's gonna rain a lot in this because it's based on Ireland? I maybe. So I don't know if that's smart, but you know what? I'm just gonna build with no thoughts, I guess. Okay. I need to make sure that I have enough space back here to do things. Do I want, like, the thing is, if I lower some of this and I create like a multi-level back garden, it's going to create less space for like the actual build itself. And I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I think this is the sort of build I'm going to have to play around with the interior before I like settle on the shape of it. Because this would be really cool to have like a place to sit down here with surrounded by flowers and a bench to read. Wait, okay, so let me go to library. Am I even going to be able to fit everything I need in this build? Um, let's see. So I need 3 bookshelves, which will be easy because I can use pretty much anything. And the new bookcases are like small, so like I could use this large one too. This could wait, this could be outside because it's already in a tree. Wait, that will be so pretty, surrounded by flowers, a little reading area out back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to commit to a lot of this being outside. And we need 3 desks, though. Is there ways for me to... How many computers do we need, though? 2? We only need 2 computers. Which I can always, like, make the towers computer towers. And maybe squeeze in some of these around like there. And then then it looks like the fence is kind of coming up a little bit, which I kind of like. We'll settle on this for now. I forgot that in order to have a library, you're gonna have to make sure all the items can fit. So good thing I realized that now before I settled on a shape. Imagine if I had placed all those grass pieces around, and then I had to change all of this. I could actually get away with making this a little bit wider too and go from there because I'm gonna need a lot more space. I probably needed a larger lot, but the in the tree is just perfect, and the world is so beautiful. And you can see like people's builds, like the Sim Scrolls builds and Nina Schmidt's build over there, and then my build is all the way back there. I'm like so excited. It still feels so strange building in this world and like being in this world. Like I can't do gameplay yet because it doesn't even feel real to me that this is like an actual pack and it's not just a building simulation game for me right now. Okay. And then that could just be covered with grass, so I don't need to worry too much about that. And what else do I need? So I need a computer. The computers I want inside. Maybe I could do a basement. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to build down for this to work. So I'm gonna have to just do a basement, I think. Let's do one. Uh, oops, that's a square basement tool. What did I pick? Hello? Custom basement tool. Oh wait, why is that doing that? Huh? I'm very, very confused. Oh, because I already made a little basement. That was the square basement. Why is that? I feel like that's not supposed to be square, though. I don't make basements often, though. Oh, no. What is in the way? That's not... Oh, because that's on a thing. Okay, I can't put the basement there. I don't know what's preventing me. Is it because it's so close to the terrain? let's scrap the basement idea for now because I'm a little bit confused. Let me try and just fit everything in without worrying. I can make this a bathroom. That'll be a quick thing. Do I only need one bathroom in here? Yeah, okay. So get the cute new toilet, get the cute new sink, and I guess I could put the waste disposal in here too. I'll worry about like the layout later. Chest table could be maybe I want it outside towards the front, or do I want it in the back? Because if I want it in the front, I kind of have to lower this terrain a little bit and have it right here would be really cute. Okay, it's going to be floating for now. I'm going to worry about it after, like I said before. I'm getting all of the items that I need first. Oh, okay, there we go. Computers and desks. I could... Can I make a room somewhere else over here? No. You could have one computer in this builds, like in here. Use like, oh no, I really like the old computers, so like those ones I really like. And I just need one more computer and one more desk, so we're gonna have a little writing tower up here. And desk chairs. I'll use a variety of different ones that come in the pack. So I'll grab like some of these ones that I haven't touched yet, and I'll worry about the swatches. We need one more desk chair, which will... where am I gonna... Oh, over here is another desk. I'll use this wooden one. I like that one. Living chairs. Yeah, I can worry about that after because I'm gonna put a bunch of chairs and a bunch of bookshelves. So I have everything I would need for the layout. I'm going to start down here with making sure that the chest area can... Oh, well, I'm gonna have to get that again. Oh. Does this now actually go on the ground? Yeah, it does. I'll need to put some more plants around to hide that. And then I'll grab the chairs that I had before, which is in this section. I love these chairs with the... It's like made of trees and moss. It's really, really pretty. Maybe one, and then I alternate it with a different kind of chair. That way I feel like it's so unbalanced because that one's so tiny. And then this one I think works. And get some more plants around to hide this. Yeah, that works. Could have more flowers down here, like it's in a flower field. That's always a nice idea. It's just to have things surrounded by flowers. Except I did learn that, like, if I place some flowers inside, your Sims can't get to certain things. So I'm not completely sure how close I could put that, but I'll do it right there for now. And, like, I could try and do my stair thing that I do, but I think... Oh. No, see, because sometimes it needs to be, like, perfectly there, and that would have to be moved over. I also think it, like, takes away from the look of the builds because it's so... like, I don't know, I feel like your attention is drawn to the stairs instead of the build, so I don't really like that for this one. So I'm just gonna have a dirt path leading up, and I think it's definitely not too steep. If it is, I'll just fix it later. I think I understand the layout now, and that most of this is going to be inside. I want an archway, which would lead right outside. And I need some doors for the side towers, which we have a couple here. Maybe well, I don't want a glass door for the bathroom anyway. Yeah, I'll do these doors here. Look at the cute little snail and like flower details on that one. It's really cute and they have different carvings in them. I feel like the snail is really cute, so I'm gonna have the snail even though I was going for this wood swatch which matches everything else, but I think that's fine too. And the windows are really, really nice in the pack. I always have a window problem where I never know what kind of windows I want to use, and now I don't even need to think. I could just kind of place the windows. I have that one, but maybe I'm going to use this one for it. Let me see. Test out both of them. Because that one is like definitely like more like clean, and then this one feels more natural. I think I'll do that one for it, and I could have these other ones like mixed throughout. I like how they look mixed together. I I'm thinking about how dark that tower is gonna be. Do I want taller window there? And then this. Yeah, I like the different like sized windows around the place. We can have a smaller window down here. Well, no, because this is such a tall. So you could put that there. This is the bathroom, so I need to maybe not use really large windows. Do this one too. And I'll have the same one here. But yeah, I always, like, I never know what kind of windows I want to use for my builds. And now I kind of can just grab these ones and I'll know that they'll work really nice. I feel like I need a lot of natural light coming into the build. So I'm gonna have like way more windows than I probably normally would use, unless that looks like a little bit funny from inside. No, I think it's okay. I want this to be like almost like the librarian's desk. You walk in. It like blocks the door a little bit, but I don't think it like blocks it to an extreme level. And I'll maybe have... I'll keep it open and put plants over there instead of trying to fit more furniture in the way there. I'll have those there. There's also a new shelf that we can place things on. Oh wait, these I could put books on too. Which I'm gonna have some of these outside. I kind of want them lower if I'm gonna place books on them. Do books even fit on these? Oops. Oh wait, I accidentally did that, but that actually works for pretending like they're growing out of the landscape. Okay, I accidentally discovered that just because my mouse sensitivity made me place it there, and I think I'm going to go for it. Purple ones because of the purple landscape? Or do I want something that like stands out a bit more? No, I think I'm gonna do purple. Because I have all the other purple. I love the red mushrooms though. Is that the purple? Yeah, it just looks different because of the lighting from the back makes it a little bit more blue. That's okay. So now we know if you want to put mushrooms in the landscape, and because there was no like these aren't in the build by, you can grab the shelves and just place them in your landscape if you don't want to do like the live edit sheets and stuff. But this is what I was originally looking for, was this it's just like the perfect shelves where it's like naturally cut. It looks really, really good. And I'm thinking of having these outside as well. I had like a vision in my head of making these like my own custom bookshelves, like all around it. I need a ladder in this part though, so we're gonna see if that works. That's why. Oh, that's a tall ladder. I would hate having to come up here to go to the writing desk. What I can probably end up doing is using a small dining room table for up here and moving, like, having another desk in sort of the outside areas of the builds. I think that would be fine. We'll see. So I'm really excited about having this like beautiful reading area down here. And I think I can just start placing these, and I might just like pause the recording when I place these in because it's going to be boring to watch and boring for me to do. I decided over here I would like there to be a pathway leading down towards the pond. So I'm going to do that as well and lower some of this terrain. This I could maybe do steps leading down. Okay, grab the fence. And you can see me do this in real time now. Maybe I'd do a single one. See how strange it kind of looks at first. And this one will definitely feel way more complicated for me because, okay, maybe not. I just had to smooth that out a little bit. I would prefer this to be a little, because it's like not completely sloped down how I would want. So I'd probably want to lower these down a bit more so it looks more steep instead of how it was. And then you just troubleshoot as you go. This needs to be changed though because it's like way too... I want it to be more defined. Wait, I'm adjusting the wrong things. That works. And for... oh, I forgot to adjust that down. And I think I'm gonna use the one that doesn't have the flowers on it. And I'll probably just use this one to keep it a little bit cleaner, especially because I'm gonna have so many other plants around it. Do I want this to be too wide? No, because I can't even do it too wide anyway. I think I need to do this though. Make it a little bit smaller. Oh. Now I need to find a new spot for the door. That's okay. We'll play around with it until it is in a place where it looks good. I'll hide all of this with flowers over here. And grass. And some of the new flowers. Could be really nice. Okay. It is a little bit messy. I'm going to worry about that later because I just can't be bothered right now. And we have some new stone trimming. Well, not trimming, foundations. What kind do I want? The lighter one, and I think I want this to be wooden over here. Yeah. I'm not sure if Sims... I think Sims can step up there because it's like a one thing. But just in case, maybe I bring that up a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that anyway, just to make it feel like flow more naturally into from the landscape. The only problem now is that I don't know if that would be functional. I'll have to bring a sim in and test this stuff in a little bit. I have a swamp fairy that I made, which I think is going to be a create a sim video, which I've never done a create a sim video before. But I was like, you know what? Good opportunity. I have early access, and so maybe people who watch me would like to see some create a sim items. I don't do like, I'm not doing like an in-depth video of create a sim. I'm not even doing an in-depth video for build by because so many other people are going to do things like that anyway. So I was just recording me making my sim, and if people want to see me make her, it'll be an option. I love these flowers. They feel almost like alien to me. Like you would find this in an alien planet, and I really, really love that. Um, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna bring my sim here. It all works, even this chair that's like built into the slope. But I did realize that I have to move this because I moved the door, so I'm gonna have to shove that over there. Because I had to put some chairs in so that my sim could come and play test. But the slopes all work, the stairs all work. Here she is. Her name is Melody Hooves because she has new hoof, like, yeah, new hoof shoes. And I really loved those, so that inspired her name. But enough with that. Um, was this the lighting I was using? I can't even remember. I probably should work on getting the like the wallpaper and stuff up on my build. Am I gonna have that? I feel like no, because this needs to be the standout point, so I need to use something a little bit less detailed, which I think would be that. I think it's standing out so much because I don't have wallpaper picked out yet. And I love these balconies and stuff too. Am I gonna have this? I like I keep getting distracted from actually doing what I'm was said that I'm gonna do. I think I can have these without it like taking away from the other parts of the build. I'm sizing them down though, just because this tower is so small. Yeah, I think that works. Let's look at this. So we got some new wallpapers and stuff. Um, Let me sort by the pack. Oh yeah, we have new glass walls, which I don't know if I can use in this build. I didn't really plan accordingly for this. Oh, if I change out these windows, I probably could. Do I even want to do that though? I kind of would like it just to be a single window if I do that. I'm not sure which direction I want to go because I feel like the other way is much more rustic to have the wooden ones, and I will frame these with some of the new columns anyway. But I think I want it to be more rustic and maybe not use the the glass. I don't even know what it's called because it's so new. The glass walls. I'm going to stick with it for now because I could add ivy around both of them and maybe it'll help it not feel like super modern. Because for some reason in my head it feels modern, maybe because it's just a very large window. Okay. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, wallpaper. I need to sort by this again. So we have some new options, which all feel very natural, which I really, really love. Um, I think I want some stone. I want it to not be like super dark though. Oh, okay. I guess this is the light I'm gonna have to use. I think that's the one that I used there, so I think that's fine. I really love this. Like these ones. Maybe I use these. I don't know, because I also really love a base game wood swatch that I use all of the time, and I kind of want to layer that with the other stuff too. It's like my go-to one all the time. It's this one. Yeah, I feel like I need to use this. At least for like those two pieces. And I think I'm gonna use this for that one. But what kind of color do I want? Because I don't want to use the same thing over and over again. even though I feel like I'm headed in that direction. Actually, maybe I can't because I feel like this is so busy and like now it's like hiding some of the other things. Let me find the other. Where is it? This. Oh, wait, this one. I think this is what I want. I want it a little bit lighter though. Yeah. Oh, I messed up that. Okay. Maybe I will just have that for this then. Yeah, do I like that better? Do I want the stone or do I want to use my like wood swatch that I really like from base game? This feels more natural, which I really love. Do I want double window there? I'll see. I'll play around because there are some really beautiful new ivy pieces, which I think is just in the plant section, if I remember correctly. Let me just sort by the pack. I'm not even in the plant section. Okay, here I am. Yeah, like these are really, really perfect. I love these so much. So I know I'm gonna use these around the place. The swatch, though. Yeah, I do like that swatch. I think that's the perfect one for this. I think I will have double window. Also help to brighten up the place. I think I need the larger window for this one. I said that I liked the balance of it, but now I feel like I'm being thrown off. So I'm gonna have the large window there. And now yeah, I'm liking this now. And for the inside, I think I'm gonna do, oh my god, I keep doing that. I keep forgetting that this is a wallpaper swatch. I would have never even thought that that's like that they could do that. So it's so confusing to me how it's even possible. I'm gonna have to move this again. This tower is just gonna change so many times. I love the new wood flooring as well. I don't know if I'm gonna use this or if I'm going to use the grass. I mean, like, I'm thinking like wooden castle again, which was kind of my inspiration for my park build. And so I really love having these in here. But I was thinking, like, do I want to use the grass? I don't know now. I could kind of use the grass as almost like a rug. It is a bit, it's going to be a bit different because it is on a diagonal. But almost like a runner. Wait, yeah, that works. Kind of like the bright one. Do I? Or do I want just white petals? Yeah, I like that. And then the rest I can use the other rugs that came in the pack. Okay, I do think I'm going to commit to the walls here because I do really like them. And I can layer these sorts of things around it a little bit. Oh wait, I'm using like a million pieces to create one effect, which I think they already have. And I can layer these with the other ones too. I love the yellow flower swatches. I think those are my favorites. The berries look really, really nice too. I was doing purple, so I think I'm going to go back to some of the purple. Layer these together and size them down a little bit. I'll do the same thing on this side with the same exact stuff. Oop. I love library lots in The Sims. Like I knew right away that one of the builds I wanted to do was going to be a library, and the other one I wanted to do a swamp fairy because like the creative some items were so good. It was like screaming swamp fairy to me. And I discovered that there's a tattoo, like a foot tattoo in the game that's just dirt. So you could have like dirt tattooed to your Sims feet. And I loved that so much. And so I gave that to her as well. It's really cool. There's like stuff in this that I would have like never even considered ever wanting. So whoever came up with dirt feet tattoo, I love them because like I would have never even guessed that that could have even been a possibility in the game. But this is some of the new like tabletop plants. You have these planters that you set down, and there's all sorts of different plants that you can use, which is great for variety considering, especially with base game. I really only use this one. And I mean, there's this one that I use, and the like those three are the ones that I use. And so this it just feels like you can just like make it your own because there's so many different plants that you can choose from, and there's lots of different swatches. So like now it just feels like I used a million different kits to create that sort of flower area over there. I keep feeling like just jumping around this build. I I don't know. I think when I'm talking and building, I just like go all over the place. Where usually if I'm doing a speed build, I tend to stay in one room for a lot longer because I'm like really excited to do the outside garden, which I think I'm gonna go and start in a second anyway. Because the rest of this is going to be a lot of plants. I might have a couch over here or a bench, so I'm gonna put that in before I forget. These ones, this one is like really, really pretty. I keep wanting the yellow, so I love the yellow swatches so much. I think I'm going to use the yellow one. It looks so good, especially with like the purple up there. I think it works. And like, yeah, I think I kind of just threw the swatch in here because I needed to put some chairs in to make it a like a lot that my sim could visit. I'll use purple. I won't use the yellow, but like it's like the perfect shade of yellow as well, and it looks really really good with all of the like wood tones in the pack. They did a really good job on it. But I think this purple looks really cute too. And the rest of there will be a lot of decorations. This is gonna have to change now. My vision of having like a full like corner bookcase is different, but can make it seem like it's climbing up the walls a little bit, like a rock climbing wall. Okay, let's see. So then that's just the off, like the writing tower, reading tower, main library, bathroom. And this is going to be the exciting part, which is figuring out where I want this to go first of all, because I really want this. And I feel like it needs like a piece, but I might just use a fence because a giant wall is like way too much. I could do a half wall now that I think about it. Or this works. Sorry for the bouncing. Yeah, I think this is really cute. Let's swatch this one maybe. Wait, that's really cool. I really like that. I mean, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Will that make that not functional? Does that make it look weird from the side? No, I think that works. That makes it look like a whole new object. That's really, really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's going to be sort of like the centerpiece for the garden, like the reading garden. I want this to be brighter back here. It does cast like a little bit of a strange shadow. Oh yeah, I did realize that this deleted when I put wallpaper down. So I want to do this before I don't have space to like move the the roof around. Okay, so now that is back to what I needed. I think I had it slightly over though, because that's like kind of blocking the window just a little bit. It still is, but I think that's fine. I can move on from that. And I want this to feel like two different platform areas, but it leaves like not a lot of space. Maybe I could do this and have like a railing. Hello? Okay. And I'll adjust this so it's not uneven. Is there a purple flower swatch? Or maybe it's like, oh, yeah, that's like the darker wood though. I don't want the dark wood. There's that one. Am I gonna go with the yellow? The yellow is just so good. I can't like not use it. I'm gonna do this though, because I think it's makes it a bit too busy to have all of it. And we'll have this going here. It's going to be a little bit of having to constantly play around with terrain to get it right. But I know terrain seems so scary, but it's really not. You just quickly adjust things as you go. And I'll have like two slopes leading down here. I don't think I could connect these two. I think that's like too much. And I'm just gonna use bushes and stuff to like section it off a little bit. So like the lavender and the tall grass will be good pieces for that. And I'll do the same for the side and have bushes here. So I don't have a whole bunch of fences, because I think the fences is going to make it feel a little bit too closed off, which is not what I want. I do want to have like almost like a meadow. I'm going to have some grass over here. And what kind of bushes do I want to frame it? I'm looking for something specific. Where are those? Oh, these ones. I really like these ones in this world. You could see them back there. So I think they work really nicely. Could have it framing the pathways just a little bit. That works. More lavender. The lavender really helps just add a pop of color in, because I would have just used the grass, but I am going with the purple accents. Have some more grass down here. Maybe size this down a little bit. I hope that like having a build with me style like this, where I'm doing like, I feel like this is intricate landscaping and terrain, or at least like it is to me. And maybe that'll be helpful to see it in like real time and see that like I don't get it perfect on the first go, because I know in speed builds sometimes it can look like it's just like, oh wow, I just knew exactly what I was doing from the start and there it is, it's all perfect. But it is, sometimes I edit it out if it takes me so long to try and figure out how to like do it. Like I might even change up some of these because I think it's like a little bit repetitive. No, I think that's fine. I wish that this was centered a little bit more. Do I do that though? I can't, because this is the corner of the lot anyway. Do I like that? I think that closes it in a little bit too much. I don't know. Oops. Maybe I do like that. I'll have to move these flowers over a little bit. Yeah, I think I do like it. Oh wait, I want to use this. I sized this up a lot for my swamp build, and it looks really, really nice. Can I manage this somewhere? Maybe back here, because I don't have a window on the side. So it would make more sense to have that there. This is so cool. I think I used that same swatch before too. Is there like one with purple flowers? I'll use. Do I want this one? Yeah, I'll use this one. I'm so excited to see like my medieval building friends build with this pack. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for people to get the pack. Do I change this one to something else though? I think I don't even have one up here. I think it looks better with that. And maybe I'll just have some more plants on the side of the roof over here. So before you had seen me struggling to place some of the like plants on the roof, and this is gonna have to be like one of those things where you have to do your roofing to accommodate for it because this is like too steep and not wide enough for it. So that's just like one thing, but you don't need to just like use the snapping point ones. Like I'm just using the lavender and I really like how it looks. Probably like use some of the more snappable ones on this. And move objects though, so some of it's just not going to snap on. Okay. Yeah, I love this little library type thing. I think I'm going to use this too. And I don't think I'm going to have too much seating down here because I want it to feel very private. The way this would be like a really cute spot in gameplay for like your Sims to like propose to your other Sim. That would be really, really cute. It would make for some really nice pictures, I think. I loved this. I was using this quite a bit to frame things. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use it here. Because I'm not sure if it's going to, like, add too much height around. I mean, maybe it's fine. It is, like, bumping up a little bit because I have raised terrain. Which I think I can fix. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm just gonna have to do it where it's going to snap, which is like right there. And I might not even keep those anyway because oh, you know, I was gonna say I think they might take away from the bookshelves in the back, but I think it frames it really beautifully. So I think it's actually okay like that. I want some more purple flowers back here though. But I don't know if I want these ones because they are a bit bright and I feel like it's like taking away from the other things that I have. Do I want pink flowers? No. These ones have some nice purple ones in it. Is that floating? Yeah, but I think that's okay. I could have floating flowers. This is a enchanted forest. You don't know how they grow. Maybe that's part of the lore that I'm now making up for myself. And I want some more of the regular daisies. Cute. It feels very overgrown and wild too. That's really nice. No, I need it to be that size. All right, it's working, and I want just a lot of flowers around. I don't know if I'm going to use all purple back here. Oh, I'm going to use these ones. I think it adds at least like a different shade, so it's not all the same purple around. And I want a lot of flowers. Good thing I have my sim on this lot, though, so she'll be able to help me see if I need to move things around as I go. Because sometimes well, every time I build, I don't play test until the very end. But now I have Melody Hooves waiting over there. So she'll be able to help me in a second. I don't think this should be a problem, though. I think it all will work. Oh, sorry, it's nighttime. You could see. Oh, wait, I could change this lighting now. Do I want, like, warmer light? I like the yellow. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. Okay, get over here. You can see her fly. I like it's like autumn fairy. And once again, it's reminding me of Legend of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild, with like the autumn area. I now I want to play that game. Okay, it works. Can she not get over here though? Is that what's happening? I wonder why that is. Probably because looks very steep on this side, so I'll have to smooth it a little bit. I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be an issue. Like, she should be able to walk through there, no problem. Is it this in the way? I'll have to have her take baby steps. Okay. She could get there. I guess she just likes that route better. And they can fly down the stairs, too. It looks so cool having them fly down the stairs. Every time I do a build, I'm going to have, like, fairy sims showing it off. I want to see how it looks in the tree. This was so creative of them too to have the build in a tree. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if they can use if they could sit here. Yeah. Oh wait, maybe I canceled it a little too early. Okay. She could just sit there, that's fine. I won't kick her out, even though I literally was just kicking her out. I want to grab some more of my flowers that I was using and layer the height of them. Like, I want this to be in the flower field. I love these mushrooms in the cliff. I think it looks really, really good. I wouldn't have even thought to do that. Thanks to my messed up mouse sensitivity for that. Because now I'm gonna do that all the time, and I wish I had done that in my swamp one. I mean, I can still do it on my swamp one. I probably will. I don't think I'm like abandoned my swamp cottage completely yet, at least. I did like edit all of it. It's just like explain how excited I was for this. Um, so I got early access yesterday, and I built an entire cottage, which is like ooh, all over here. I built this cottage, like all in the at in one day. So I built all of this, and then I edited the entire video down already, which is like unheard of for me. Usually it takes me a week to do all of that. And it's not like that build didn't take me that long. I mean, maybe it took me like a few hours, but that's like not normal for me. Usually I need like a lot more breaks in between. And then I woke up today and here I am starting a completely new build. And let me save because I've been really scared. I've had like my game crash like once because it is like the early build. So I'm like remembering to save often so it's not a problem and I don't lose everything because I'd be so sad if I did. For the most part, I think most of this landscape is probably done back here. I would like more places for books. So I'm thinking of grabbing like any book object and trying to like put them around in the landscape and have it feel a little bit more natural. And so I'm gonna have to see what my options are for like shelving and stuff because I think I can do something. Oh yeah, can I put them on the Oh yeah, I can. So I could even have books over there. And that works. And I could have books over here too. So it's like in the landscape itself. That's really, really cool. Don't know if your Sims can use those objects, but they are there. There is a small clutter book object that I feel like can snap here. It can. I need to put stacks of books around the place too. I need to remember the cheat to unlock the. Oh wait, I have everything. Okay, I can just put these. I swear. Yeah. Oh wait, because I think I did show hidden objects. I don't know. I swear yesterday when I was doing this, I couldn't just grab these books. Cute. I have some mix in the flowers too. This is like a dream library. Do I want a book somewhere like off to the side? There could be other places to go without having it down here. Like I would like another area on the floor for Sims to like sit. But I think it would be a bit weird having it over here, right? This is when I wish I had tool mod where I could just lower things down without having to worry about terrain. Maybe another, I could have another area over here. Do I want that chair? No, I think I'm gonna use one of these ones. They kind of look like a wooden flower. It's really pretty. But swatch though. I like that one. Is there a kind of small coffee table? Or like a small side table? I'd have to like lower that down. Oh wait. But then if I do that, I can't really like put stuff on there if I size them down. That works. I could just have that over there. I want way more books in the garden too. Thinking if I have something that can line the railing and like filled with books. I'll have to see what my options are. Let me go back to surfaces. Oops. Would this look weird? I don't think so. So it's like kind of built into the fence. I like it. Just have some books hanging off the side. I'll have the little mushroom books somewhere too. Oh wait, these aren't like snapped on there, I don't think. Are they? Why can't I snap this on top? Hello? I snapped these ones fine. Oh, can I not put those ones up there? Something weird's happening with this bookcase. Oh, okay. I think I fixed it. Yeah. I did fix it. I was like, this doesn't feel normal because I could easily do it with the other one. Something was going wrong with it. Not sure what. I can't believe this is like pack limited too, because all I have right now is the new pack and base game, and I feel like it added like just enough items for it to feel like a full little library spot over there. I want to have way more places. I want to see the apothecary decorative thing because maybe I could use that in here too. Where would that be? Probably somewhere in this category. It's getting so warm in my room because I can't record when I have my fan on, or you'd like kind of hear some weird noises in the background. And it's like not even fan noises, it's like the mic trying to cancel it. And it just like, I don't know, it's like fighting with the fan to cancel it. And it's like a very strange noise. So I have my fan off. And so it's like getting hot, which means I'm probably gonna have to take a break in a little bit. I could use this. This is what I was talking about, the apothecary thing. There are some books on there. I think it looks really nice. Or I can put it over here, kind of like hidden in the woods. Or not the woods, in the foliage. Because I think it's like a bit strange from the side. I like this a bit better. This is a apothecary table. I'm so excited about this. You'll see this in most of my builds in the future. The flower press, some of the decorations that you can make in this are really, really beautiful. Maybe I need a flower pressing area, which I feel like would be really nice by the pond over here. I would just have to move some of this out of the way because I can't really see the pond from there. And I would like you to be able to. Here is where I could probably place a rug down, almost like a picnic blanket. These I would need to size this down a bit to use. Like it has some really, really pretty stuff. I used the dragon one in my swamp build. This one's really pretty though. I need to oh is that like in the water? I could just shove it over here. I need to like because this is the downside of having sloping terrain. That sometimes it just like messes up. So you would definitely need to move objects on placing the slot because of all of this stuff. I don't think I'll have a radio down here. I'm worried about like things breaking in the rain. So let me not do that. This is really, really cute. I need this somewhere. I don't want it down here though, but somewhere. Yeah, off to the side. I'll keep that one. I like the purple. Oh yeah, these potted plants too. I really, really love these ones. They're the ones that go on the roofs, but just in different pots. And it looks really, really beautiful. You can use them like anywhere you want them. That's a different purple. I don't know. I feel like that stands out way too much now because it's such a different purple. Just place that there. Um, I was thinking of having the potted plants around this area. I might just use a few different of the new pots. These are like my favorite ones, if you can't tell. I've just been like going for these ones. Really, really pretty though. And then like you could talk to these. I didn't really see a whole lot. Wait, I love that green. Is that green and everything? Wait, I'm discovering something. You can change the swatches. Okay. I guess I didn't pay enough attention. I didn't know you could change the swatches. That makes like you able to have way more customization in these ones than I originally thought. I love this green, but it is only in that one, which is fine. I'm sure it was probably and oh wait, this one has like textures and stuff. Okay. This one's my favorite one. I think that one is definitely my favorite. Have these just off to the side. And now I'm thinking about life and death and having like a little tarot reading spot. That would be so cute. Oh, it's like sometimes the doors and windows just close off, and I think that's just a bug in the usual game too, if I remember correctly, but I can't really tell. Okay, before I was saying the flower pressing thing, there's some really beautiful stuff you can make in the flower pressing, which is like a whole bunch of different art, and it's like I'm gonna want them in all of my builds. There's also candles with flowers in it, which is also really nice. And I was just like talking, now all of a sudden I'm back inside looking for wall art. There is a new sculpture that is really, really pretty. It's a gallery wall, which is under wall decorations. This. I use like, okay, so here's my thing with my builds. I try not to use the same sort of item over and over again in my builds. In the swamp fairy house, I used this one in like all the different swatches that I could because I was just like, I love this too much to even care about it being like in every single area. Okay, so I think I will have to have it in here. Do I want it over here and then move this over? Yeah. I love that. And I was looking at this castle and I was like, I want to build that castle now. But it kind of looks like it would be this lot because I see the tree growing up. Yeah, I feel like that's doable. It would be really, really pretty. Maybe. We'll see. I've got like, I don't have any more ideas after this build because I was just like, okay, swamp and library. And now it's like, I don't know what else to do, but I'm going to be uploading a lot during early access. I don't know if it's going to be every day. It's going to be almost every day. Normally, I upload once a week, but I'm going to have so much content. And I don't think I'm going to upload a regular speed build like between like me working on some of the stuff. So I've got like so much time to work on all of this stuff. So expect a lot of uploads. I don't even know what order I'm uploading things in. So like I could be talking about my swamp build and that could technically maybe not even be posted yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I have all my lot building builds as well that I am going to share. I don't know what the schedule is going to look like, but you'll know. I don't know because it's just a little bit ways off. Oh, okay. This is the tree that was in the trailer. We could actually place it on our lot somewhere. Oh yeah, maybe I need this to have one of these fairy homes. I realized that like I don't know how to do all the gameplay yet, but this was like very important. And my sim kept like wanting to like recharge her emotional needs or something. I'm probably not even explaining it correctly, but the easiest way I found was to just go in one of those. And it was good that like there was one right outside of her home, just like in the world around. But I like it over here in the garden. I'll probably have some terrain paint and like dirt pathways leading around. I want candles in different places. We don't have a whole lot of candles in like base game, but I love these ones. So I'm gonna put these somewhere like down here by the flower pressing area. Oh yeah, I want to change the water to. I love this little guy. I use this guy like everywhere in the swamp build. I'll let him on this build as well. I need to change the water before I forget. Something like that. Did my okay, I was checking to see if my plants up there ended up getting deleted or not. They didn't. I want some more lavender over here. Just sprinkled in. And that works. I'm like afraid to do the dirt paths because it could easily ruin everything or it could make everything feel really tied together. But I think I can just go for it because I just saved anyway. And now I can figure it out. So I've been layering different dirt paths to create stuff. I might try this one as like the base. And then I use a lighter one and I brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Make it look a little bit more natural by adding some plants around it. So I used this one. That one might be a little bit too harsh in the front because I didn't have the opacity all the way down for this dirt one. So I might redo that one. I do want the opacity up just a little bit though. Oops. And even move the opacity up. Do I want dirt or do I want cobblestone back here? Because I think the stone might be better for this area. Like this one. Mm, that's so green compared to the rest. What is this one? I don't know what I want. I think it has to be dirt pathways. Maybe I need to like not do this right now because now I'm second guessing everything I do. This needs to be lowered. This definitely needs to change a little bit because it's like so bright. Maybe even some of the darker dirt. Oh, I want these. They don't really match the other green though. Usually I put like debug grass around my pathways. I'm gonna revisit the pathways because I have no idea what I want to do with them yet. Like, I don't want to mess up everything because I really like what I have so far, and like pathways are scary for me sometimes. Okay, so I wasn't recording it, but I went through and I did a rough dirt path because I was nervous and it was easier to do without being watched or perceived. I also added some of this desert river rock to these pathways, which I'm not completely sold on yet. So I might redo them and make them a little bit lighter, kind of like these ones. But we'll see. I feel like this is okay for now. I'm really not sure, like, what to do next. Besides maybe adding just a little bit more ivy on the sides because it does look a bit plain from here, especially because I mean, it is pretty plain. It's just like this mossy wall and some wood. And compared to everything that's going on over here, I think this needs to look a bit more overgrown. Um, my room has also cooled down a little bit because I really needed a break. It's like 90 degrees today, and it's going to be in the 90s like all week. It's going to be pretty miserable, but I'll get through it somehow. I really do love these mushroom shelves. I don't even know how to like explain how excited I was when I had seen these for the first time. I didn't even think that this was something that I would want, but now that I have it, I don't know how I've built without it. And it's just so nice to place around everywhere. I don't know if it'll have the issue where Sims will just put stinky cups on shelves. I don't know how it'll work. I hope not, but I've placed shelves in worse places, so I'm sure my builds always have stinky cup problems regardless of it being on like up here. I don't know. I feel like maybe the Sims won't do that, but I don't know. Again, my thing got deleted. I just now realized it. What am I placing that keeps deleting this? Is it even worth putting back? Because now it's like, okay, yeah, I guess I can. I was worried that maybe it would get rid of some other stuff. Did I have stuff on this side too yet? I don't know. I'm not gonna put that other flower there just because I don't want to forget about it and have like two things missing from up here. I want this up here too. This would be kind of cute. I'm surprised this wouldn't just snap on to a roof, but it means I could place it here and raise it up a little bit. I'm like, I feel like this pack didn't really add a lot of landscaping items, but for some reason it feels fresh to me because it does only come with two new landscaping items, but then there's like all these things which I'm realizing really adds to the landscape, which maybe is why they don't have as much. I don't know, but I really love how the mushrooms add to the foliage. It feels like it's like in the outdoor section, even though it's technically not, and it is a shelf. I do want to get some snappable plants on this roof at least, because I feel like it's a pretty decent size to have it. Where does that go? Can I put these ones? I feel like if I do, it has to be on this side. I don't know. Now it's feeling way too busy to me, so I'm not gonna do that. Where is the other flowers? These ones might be better. Can I even put these on here? Yeah, I can. I might size them down. Yeah, I think I like these flowers more. It's a little bit more subtle. So I don't want the attention to be like pulled away from everything else that's over here. Like, because I really like this part, and I'm afraid like adding way too much around this will make that feel a little bit lost compared to everything else. Honestly, that's probably okay to just have those. I can fit one of these on there. Can I fit any other little small ones there? Oh, the yellow looks nice. I think I like the pink better for this because there's some like pinkish reddish flowers down there, so it makes sense to have a little bit more. The outside is like practically done. I think I was adding candles around and then I got very distracted before. I don't know what I was doing, but I remembered that I was trying to add more lights around the lot. It's just going to be a little bit tricky because I do have a lot of different terrain levels. So I could only place them in some areas. And I was using these too, these base game candles. Do I want them by the bench? Yeah, I'll put them by the bench. Me. I can always go back to my sim and change some of the lighting after. Hiding some candles over by the base of the build could be really nice too. Like that. And on the roof. What can I put on the roof? Okay, I love this light. It literally just floats. Let me see if I could show you. It just like floats around, and I put this in trees to make it feel like a magic tree instead of like a plain base game tree, which is also a good idea. I didn't use this tree, but you can do it with this one, I guess. I don't see why not. They're like a purpley one. There's this. How does that look in the daytime though? Okay, yeah, that's like a dark one. Let's turn on all lights. Are these lights on? I think... I don't know. Turn on all lights. I feel like the lights aren't on. Maybe they are. Oh, maybe because it's like 5 a.m. now, so it's not gonna look like how it does during the nighttime. Let me just set these colors so that I can go and see how they look. Oh wait, I'm just gonna do that all candles. Light, wait, set all candles that color. Oh my god, the like ambiance noise in this world is really good. I've never really noticed. I was gonna say maybe this is too bright, but maybe not. Because it creates like a really like nice, intense, magical glow, in my opinion. You could just use one of these oil lamps. It's always a go-to of mine anyway. And I could just tuck them around in random places just to lighten the place up a little bit. That little guy can go over there. And maybe put some of these around in like the places where it's dark. Okay, I see I got distracted. I was originally looking for lights to put on the roof and then I completely forgot. But yeah, if you put these lights in the trees, it really helps like make the foliage feel a bit more magical, especially like because there's not really any trees, but you can customize your own and you don't need move objects to do that. I do have it on right now, but you don't need move objects in order to play around with that sort of thing. Now, before I really forget, I wanted to get some lights for up here on my roof, and it doesn't really matter if you can see them. Imagine a one of these little guys on a roof. I'm not gonna do this, but having him on a roof somewhere in a build. Not this build though. This could be you could do like an enchanted tower or something, have these scattered around somewhere too. Getting ahead of myself. I just need to find something to light up the base of the build a little bit because it's so dark in comparison to everything else. Unless I just use one of these lights. I don't know, I'm calling it my light. I've never used this light before. Um, I don't usually like just putting wall lights in the front of the build because I feel like it takes away from everything. I'm gonna try and not feel weird about seeing the lights everywhere. Just up there. I kind of want to have a... That's kind of cute. It'll look weird from the inside having it, but I think there needs to be a window over here because it's like so much empty blank space, in my opinion, at least. Yeah, I'll have that like that. That's fine. How does this look in the daytime? Maybe I make these smaller. No, I think it should be okay. Even that light at the front, I don't think is like distracting or anything. So I'll just keep it at that. I did want lights on the roof and brighten it a little bit, but maybe I'm just gonna have to accept the roof being like that. Before I forget though, because I just remembered, I want to add some fireflies around, like add them on the roof too. It'll look really nice. Put some over here. I think fireflies has become my like go-to effect, and I usually forget about all the other ones. But the fireflies just look so nice. They also look really nice inside. Like if you just have them hanging around inside the middle of the builds. I did put mosquitoes in my swamp though, which maybe I'll put some over here. Maybe the sparkly light in the pond too. I remember now at the very start, I was like, maybe I'll put a fountain in, but now I'm realizing I don't know if I have fountain space for this. No, I don't think I do. Unless I like tuck one away here. I mean, I could. I did want it to be like a big piece of the build is having a fountain, but that's just not going to happen anymore because I don't have the space for that. And I don't know, I feel like that makes it way too busy to have that. I don't think we have base game bird baths, right? Will that be silly to have this? This waters the flowers, maybe. To have that. Was I saying bird bath? I don't think we have a bird bath. Oh no, we do. We have a bird bath. Why did I like not remember? Maybe want to have a couple of these around. Down here too. I love this library, and I do need to add more books and stuff around. But even this, I think, is fine. Like, if I didn't add more books, I think it would be okay. Because now it's like I'm just going to be placing them on the ground in random places. Did we always have all these swatches? Or no, I think this got updated randomly. And so we have like a little bit more. I'll look at the surfaces again. I'll just see if a picnic table would have been nice. But as you can see, that's not gonna happen. And maybe now I'm like I'm doing too much. We don't need a picnic table out here. Can I add these around anywhere else outside? Oh, my sim is in the tower now, so at least I know that they could get to that. I want. Okay, I'm gonna put some here. Because I can have this entire place pretty much filled up with books, too. I think it'll help. Just lots of stacks in different areas. Maybe size that down a little bit. What are these? These are like reward items. They're so cool. There's other reward items I wanted to see, but I couldn't because at the time these were like locked, and some I did some cheat at some point, I guess, and now I have them. Oh, I need this somewhere. I need this in multiple spots, but the first spot. Sorry for the firefly thing kind of taking over. Maybe I move that over there a little bit. I cannot wait. When I had seen some of these items for the first time, all I could think about was like my friends who build in The Sims, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need them. I need them to see this, but they can't yet. I was like, and now I still can't wait for them to see these items. I don't know what's been shown in the trailers yet, but I know that they're gonna love those items. I'm so excited. But like all the apothecary stuff is really, really nice. I am genuinely I'm gonna use it all the time and like everything. This door is really cute too. I like having this in like every build that I make as well now. What other can I just type in book? See what I can. Oh, I'm with Enchanted by Nature only still, so what swatches does this? Why am I like okay, I never use this because I see this and I'm like, okay, did these get updated to have more like neutral swatches? Because I swear I've never used this pile of books because it was always so bright. And now I feel like this is my new favorite book and I'm very confused. I'm gonna throw some over there as well. I'm gonna type book in again. Okay, I think that's the only thing I wouldn't have seen. What about this? Did this get new stuff? I know that it wasn't okay. When I'm saying new stuff, I don't mean it's been added in this update. I mean, like, when they kind of refresh a lot of base game stuff, I think that's when they did that. Like, a long time ago, at least like a year ago. I was gonna say year or two ago. I don't know. I don't have a good concept of what time is. This is my favorite swatch of these books, so I'm just gonna use them everywhere, and I don't care if it looks repetitive. um, I'll change up this stack of books to something else because there's actually a lot of nice swatches of that one. And I want more of these. But anywhere that I can have a slot, I'm just going to throw things around. I don't like that that's covering that up, though. So I'm going to change it to maybe another one of these books. Maybe I want it facing this way. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I have another slot up here, except I feel like I'm using so many of these ones. That's okay. I like kind of changed the angle a little bit so it's not as obvious. Where are they? Yeah, I'll shove some more over here. I want to see the close-up of these books in here. These are really pretty. The little mushroom book. There's new skills, right? I should have really remembered a lot of stuff to talk about it, but I feel like if there's a new skill, there must be like really pretty debug books that you can buy that like wouldn't be in here, but you might be able to see it like somewhere else. Which wait, do I have testing sheets on? BB dot show hidden objects. Because I had seen some of the flower pressing stuff, I think, this way. I think. Did I? Yeah, so I could just use these now. This is so pretty. I'm going to use these sorts of things in all of my builds. I think I want this one here, but this one is my favorite, the one on the bottom, which, I don't know, I could just shove that in the bathroom for now. I need some gnomes around this place. I love the new gnomes because they're such a different style from what we have. They're really, really cute. This one's like similar style to what we have, but it's still slightly different. The gnome and the bird bat. Wait, he needs to be like hiding behind the bird bath, and then like a mini gnome bathing in it. Is there like a neutral swatch? Wait, that's so cute. Hold on, I have a fountain, right? Oh, it's because I'm like, now I'm really pushing it, and this item is technically like off the lot. Is there like a purpley swatch? I think I'll do that one. How many gnomes can I hide in here? I had a shell challenge a long time ago where I had people like hide gnomes that I had to look for in my builds. And this is what it feels like now. That gnome's kind of floating, but it is a magic nature pack, so it's fine. Maybe he likes weed, yeah, because he has little flowers in his beard. So he would love watching the flower pressing, or he's participating in the flower pressing. I got distracted. I wanted to look for something in here. What was it I wanted to look for? Something in the debug category. Wait, oh my god, these are so cute. I'm like, I know that these are like disposable and they probably like get rid of them, but I need to have at least one of these just here. There are candles that I was also looking for, so the flower pressing candles, which I can put one right there. These will like immediately melt. They look like the ones that melt like an eco lifestyle, but I really could not tell you because I haven't done any gameplay in this yet. But I'm gonna place them around, and if they melt, they melt. And I kind of like the look of, well, like, welted, melted candle wax around my builds, too. I'm like telling you, there was something I was looking for in debug to see if they had it in here, and then I completely forgot. And I'm assuming they just don't have what I was looking for because I think I would have been like, oh yeah, there it is. Do I want another flower press thing somewhere? Maybe over here. I could do like this blue swatch is really cute. Stop, this little mushroom guy is so cute. And the little dragon, maybe he sits on top. I like his sitting pose. Yeah, he's perfect. There is a toy box that I really like too that I'll probably place somewhere. Where is it? It's like an acorn shape. No, that's not it. But it looks like that, but it is. Here he is. So cute. Maybe like over here. I think so many items in this build. I didn't expect to like put all of this around. It's like now it's like really, really cluttered. And then in the front, it's like not as much at all, but it's because I'm like afraid of taking away from what I already have. I think that could be okay. I want lower ivy over here. So like these. That could be fine. Bring this up a little bit. I like that the glass is kind of frosted with a little bit of a design. But I really love the wood grain of these like doors and stuff. It is my go-to door. It's going to look really good with cottage living and also with get together. I think they're gonna look really nice together, like all of those. Do I do this? It kind of covers some of the ivy. I like the green a lot. Okay, I am doing this. Maybe I'll change it. That one will have purple. That one will have yellow. Kind of would like to have something on the doorway. Or I could like make my own. No. Or like these. Except I'd have to move this slightly over. I don't really mind if things are like cutting into each other, but I made it a little bit different so it's not like fully in the way. Having flowers around could be nice up top to like break up some of the books. Maybe I need stuff up here too. Because the inside is pretty much done. I need a ceiling. I did grass ceilings for my swamp builds. Which, do I want grass or do I want the wood? Because I'm thinking of like wooden castle. Yeah, I think the wood is better for this one. So I'll say like this is practically done. I might add like a little bit more wall art in. And then I have the reading tower, the writing tower, and the bathroom over here, which won't really have much else in it after, but we'll do the bathroom next. And I'll probably move this over so I could have a mirror in front of it instead. Because I really love the mirror that comes in the pack too, which there's like two of them, but I really like the wall one. I mean, this one is really good too. It's just not for this bathroom because it's really big. But this one is a mirror that I'm going to be using all the time. It has some really good swatches in it. Which one do I want to use here? I love this one. It looks really, really good. I might raise it up one. I need some lights in here too. There are some new lights. So there's like these, which are really pretty. And they also come in different like wood branch swatches as well. There's this cute little like it looks like a fairy roof light too, which I guess I could put it in here. Why not? I do need to cover up some of this wall space. There's so much with some ivy, which I'll constantly be using like every build. That works. What else does a bathroom need? Like I why am I forgetting what bathrooms have? I have this pretty curtain in here. I'll use that swatch of it. Maybe a rug. This rug is really cute. I'm gonna size it down one for the space, but a lot of cute, like mossy swatches for it. Guess I need like a towel, like a hand towel over here. Oops. Sometimes I forget these base game items exist because I like I have so many packs, and it's also been like I feel like part of me building so much quicker and editing so much quicker is that it's so much less scrolling through the catalog to decide like what it is that I want to use for a build because it's just all this. This is like all that there is. There's like no scrolling in this category. And I probably just fill this bathroom up with plants. Bathrooms are like just boring for me. I don't like spending too much time making bathrooms. And usually I just like sticking random floor clutter in places. I'll use one of these pots and grab one of the new plants, maybe that one. Like the purple swatch. Yeah, I didn't even realize that these have different swatches until just before. Like I didn't even think to like cycle through them. But I really like the purple in that. And I'll grab some toilet paper. I'll put some over there. Is there like anything else I can use in here? Maybe another like flower press thing. Like this one could be pretty. I have like two of them there. This is like something where it's like, if I want to add more, I'll just come back to add more. It's like that situation. Now, earlier, I wasn't recording because I was like, I'm tired of placing books around. I could just explain. But I was using these, like, my first library things and layering them behind some of the other books to make it feel a little bit more full. And, like, I'll, of course, like, add some more over, like, in these areas and just changing the colors up a little bit and turning them around just to create some variety because there's only so many books in base game and there's like just this one in the pack because this looked really nice outside, but I can't fit it in because the inside is so tiny for this build that it's like this is all I got. And I'm gonna use the same sort of chair. Wait, the bear chair would be really cute in here though. Do I want the I can fit both, I think. I feel like I probably can. I'm gonna do the yellow one in here. I love the bee pillow so much. And I'm gonna try and have both in here. I think that they should fit fine. I'll see if I can put a small curtain up. I don't want it to feel like too like closed because it is such a small tower. I don't want it to feel overwhelming with like all the stuff in here. I think that should be okay. And that whole wall is blank. Maybe I'll add more stuff to it. Do I want more candles? Okay, I can't clone those because those are Diva candles. I shove this behind there. That's pretty cute. I can test right now if this is fine. Oh, she's already here. That's good. Whoa, they float down the ladder. That's our first time seeing that. Okay, yeah. They can also, this is so cute. I had my sim playing in the sink. But they like size down and they go inside of there. But in the sink, do I just show you since I'm here yapping anyway? Why not? This is gonna be a long video. I was planning on it being like hours long that you could just watch in different settings if you want. But they like jump around in the sink. It's so cute. I would have never like expected something like that either. It's really cool. Okay, I'll leave her to it. At least she let me know that I can have both of these chairs in here. Yeah, I didn't realize they float down the ladder. It makes sense. that they would. Do I want to use a different swatch? I might use this swatch. And that red. I love the red in this pack, like, a lot. As the yellow, the red, it looks really good. Probably put another one of these. And I like... What would be up here for, like, a writing space? I mean, I need another notebook. There's only so much variety you can have with a library. It's, like, sort of the same things over and over again. I would love a lot of candles in this space. I think that would look really, really nice. I could have candles up here too. And I could probably fit something over here without it being in, like, the way where Sims can't walk through it. Maybe another activity. This, I think, is pushing it. I think if I have something up here, I think that's too much. And it just is also way too cramped. Can I just get an easel up here too? No. I feel like that I'm not even gonna put an easel in this build. I just need something tiny that isn't, like, taking up a whole bunch of space. There's this. Sorry for the camera movement. It's, like, really hard to adjust cameras when you are just, like, up this high. I won't get carried away. I'll do one candle over there. And some plants in the corner. Oh wait, this is what I wanted down here. And I kind of forgot. He's so cute. I want, like, a sticker of this. I'll have the yellow one. Oops. Yeah, they could go there. I mean, I love this in as well. I used this in my swamp build too. I feel like it's, like, the perfect fit for, like, all this, like, stuff. Because, I mean, it's like a woodland creature, right? And so it, like, makes sense that it would look good. Oh, I forgot about this. So there's, like, I like this girl with the mushroom hat. It's really cute. I'll size it down a little bit. What else? Can I hide this food and just make it look like storage boxes? And there's no oranges over there at all. Alright, I think this should be okay, and then I can... Didn't I say I wanted plants, and then I didn't even grab any plants? I'm gonna do more of these. Oh, that's cute. Maybe move them a little closer, maybe make, like, a fake gallery wall. Any other, like, nature-y things? This is cute. I keep trying to change the swatch, and then it doesn't let me. I'll do that one. That's okay. Plants. Okay, before I forget, I don't even know if I could fit any plants in here now. I mean, I could fit one there. That's good. Maybe I could fit one here, and I'll see if my sim can come back upstairs. I'll do, like, a small, like, succulent over there in the corner. And I'm seeing, like, there's so much, like, wood on these walls, but I think that's okay. I could grab this again. I love this. And just change the, like, swatch to that. I think that helps. All right, let's see if this is functional now, because I put a lot up here. Okay, I think so. Oh, is she tired? Yeah. Oh, wait, here's another thing I had seen. So it's one of the, like, ingredients for things. It's just a bowl of moss. I'm so excited, and it's another thing I can't wait for my friends to see. And, like, there's a bowl of petals and, like, root leaf. I don't know how many different bowls of different things there are, because this is all I've seen. But I'm so excited. Like, especially this, it reminds me of the glowing moss in Animal Crossing, which is always amazing. Okay, let me make sure this works. Oh, more Sims are showing up because this is a community lot. Hello, everyone. It seems okay, right? Oh, no, it's not okay. What's in the way? Probably everything. This is probably in the way. But now I love this. Can I? Oh, I can't make it smaller because then everything floats. I really like this table now that I don't want to get rid of it. Ignore the stuff poking into the walls. Can you sit? Okay. Oh, there's not enough space for both of us up here. That's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that there's stuff cutting into the walls. No one needs to see that. He got, like, stuck in the doorway for a second. Wait, I love seeing the Sims showing up to my library now. Maybe I need like a bench down here is what I'm realizing, because I'm like, oh, this guy is just flying through the place and there's nowhere to sit down here. If I do it in the flowers like this, Sims can sit down here. Maybe. I guess we're playtesting it here too. I don't think she could get to this area. No, okay. Well, I can move flowers around. It's not a big deal. Cute. I love every area of this build. Is that? Oh, that's the mysterious light that I added. Okay, and some Sims from the pack are here too. Is this done? I think this might be done. If not, like, if I change anything, I'll show up with an explanation of what I changed. But I think that this is just a library that is finished. And how long was this? I don't know. Probably at least like 3 hours, I would guess. It only took me 2 hours, which I thought this was going to be like 4 hours, so I'm very surprised. It is a pretty small lot, so I guess it makes sense that it was only a couple of hours. And yeah, I really thought it would be longer than that though. Also, I realized that the live edit objects are usable in this. I just did the cheats wrong because I'm used to not putting in the cheats and using Better Build By to get all of the live edit objects and stuff. One other thing I remembered when I was like going through the debug items much earlier in the video, I was looking for books to see what kind of skill books they had and how they looked. So I'll include a picture of those too because I did find them and I couldn't remember what part of the video I had talked about looking for it because I was going to insert the picture there, but I got lost. But here's the picture of the books. They're really beautiful. But it was so nice doing a build with me sort of video again. It is very refreshing sometimes to change up my format. So I hope you enjoyed watching me build for a couple of hours today. And I'll have plenty more content up during early access and lots of magical foresty builds to share. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.